3, 2, 1.
Well, with millions of Americans still out of work, have you ever thought about pivoting into technology? We'll be talking about that next on the Jeff Crilley Show with one of the recipients of the Women in Technology Award from the Dallas Business Journal. That's just ahead.
Predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, jobs in technology can be super lucrative right now, especially in the cyberspace community, but a lot of women are not applying for these jobs. We're going to talk about that today with one of the leading women in technology, named by the Dallas Business Journal, Veronica Unnikrishnan. Thank you for coming on the show.
I'm delighted to be here, Jeff. Thank you for having me.
Well, you are awesome. She is now the Chief Operating Officer of 5Q Cyber. Tell us more about your journey, because when you started in computers just, I mean, this is like the beginning of Macintosh and everything.
That's right. So having a personal computer at home was the new thing. You would hear about mainframes in the large corporations, but nothing that you would have available to you. So when I was in high school, I actually had one of the classes in computer science, and that's how I got hooked. And I thought to myself, I need to learn how to use this because I enjoy it. Nobody knows about it, and I think that probably that's the way that I can grow my career. So even though I was young, I made a very clear choice on what I wanted to study, and that's how I developed my career.
Outstanding. You were telling me off camera that when you got into computer science in college, it was like 1 out of 5 students was female. And I don't know how much that's changed. Are you in touch with any of today's graduating seniors? Has that changed?
It is progressively changing positively, I would say. We're not enough or to the point where we feel that we're good. Supporting STEM for women is very important. It's very dear to my heart. Coaching and mentoring young women that they can understand that this is something that it's a tool for their development in their career is important to me. That is why I spend a lot of time dedicating myself with the young generations. All the friends from my son included, whatever little piece of advice that I can give them, I can help them out. But also in the community, I just started the new area for cybersecurity here in the DFW area, where we're going to have all these magnificent women in cybersecurity join us.
I love that. I
Yes.
love that. And you're somebody who believes in lifting as you climb, and of course you're with a wonderful company that believes in promoting women. When were you named COO?
So I was named a year ago. So the founder and the owner of the company, Don Goldstein, he came from CBRE. He was formerly the CIO and the CISO. And he had many years of experience, and his passion is really commercial real estate. But he had also seen that there was a gap in the way that we protect the commercial real estate. Usually you think about the corporates and you think about the laptops that you have access to in your desk. But what you don't think about is the risk that you might have with the building systems themselves, those that operate the elevators or the lights or the ACs. And so let's imagine that you're a REIT or a multifamily or a commercial real estate corporation, and they get hold of the systems. Now they have power is on the experience of the tenants, the operators. The owners can't sleep in the night because they are at risk, really, with people, right? And so he founded the company a year and a half ago. And when he invited me over to operate, he told me that he was super proud that a woman was the one that was going to operate the company for him.
Outstanding.
So,
well, we found this great video on the web that we want to show you now.
Hi, I'm Wade Hughes, CEO of 5Q Partners. Soon after 5Q began, cyber hackers ramped up their attacks on the commercial real estate industry. In defense, our clients began requesting risk assessments across their portfolios, as well as comprehensive cybersecurity programs. This overwhelming demand, combined with dramatically increasing cyber mayhem in the industry, led 5Q Partners to completely focus resources and commit significant investment to protecting our clients, thus the launch of 5Q Cyber.
I'm Don Goldstein, and I'm delighted to announce the launch of 5Q Cyber. 5Q Cyber is singularly focused on providing leadership, advisory, and managed security services to the commercial real estate industry. Real estate firms and the properties they own, operate, and occupy are experiencing increased security attacks and threats. The 5Q Cyber team possesses decades of technology and security leadership in this industry and is uniquely positioned to detect, defend, and protect against these attacks. 5Q Cyber is a natural outgrowth of 5Q Partners, adding the full suite of cybersecurity capabilities to 5Q Partners' industry-leading IT leadership and technology managed services. 5Q Cyber's mission is to provide real solutions to help these firms and their properties become more secure, driven by measurable outcomes.
I think that's beautiful. And I think a lot of companies don't think about protecting the building, because you're right. I mean, if the hackers got in, they control the lights, they control the temperature, they control the elevators. I mean, it's kind of scary.
It is. And, you're talking about now with COVID, right? There is so much progression on the technology and the smart buildings themselves. We have clients now that they are protecting the tenants with temperature control technology that they just installed. But what they were not aware is what are they opening up on the risk, because those systems themselves might not be protected yet, right? So when they do and take decisions like this, they invite us over. And so we can help them all the way from the design of creating safe infrastructure, state-of-the-art safe buildings, all the way to providing them just advisory services or executing the installation of the work to ensure that it's safe.
Wonderful. And we want to talk about your honor, the DBJ Women in Technology Award. That has to be such an honor for you.
It was, and actually it is. It is many years of a lot of effort. First, you think about it as of, it's my own life, how am I developing, and what can I do for myself? But then you get to a point in your life of what can you do for the rest of the community, right? And how can you give back? And so what this award does is they recognize not only your personal development, but also what else are we doing back for the community. And I was just so grateful that somebody thought about me as somebody that I can put a little bit of a light on what the situation is and how can we further help women develop their careers.
Well, I think you become that role model for that young lady, that high school student who is discovering her capabilities for the first time. What words of encouragement would you like to give to a young lady who might be watching this, who says to themselves, I think I'd like to be her one day?
Oh, well, I would say focus on what you love the most. So start with that. Get to the point where you are not afraid and be courageous. Take some risk, because the learnings that you're going to have also from your failures are going to be huge. Don't let uncertainty or what might people think about influence what you're going to do. Just go ahead and try it And then, in the future, it will reward you.
Wow, such a powerful segment. We're going to wrap up the show with your website so people can get in touch. 5qcyber.com is the website. Veronica, you've been an amazing guest.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
You bet. And that's it for now. We'll see you next time.